last week. Find you. Don, what's up? How are you? I'm just keeping busy. It's lunchtime. I don't have much time, so I said, let me just do a little something, get something together, go old school, and let me just do something outside on the camera. Go get some. What am I looking for? Of course, I'm getting a. Of course, I'm getting a phone call once I go live. How are you doing today, Don? How are you doing? Chickens like it? Yeah. They a little fussy today because I forgot that I was out of feed, and I had feed from a friend. Hey everybody. Rashal, how you doing? I had feed from a friend that my wife had well, not feed, sorry, I had food scraps from a friend that my wife told me she dropped off like the other day, and I forgot to go out and get food scraps, and I had to start work, so I didn't have anything for them, so they've been acting a little fussy, and then but I let them free range, like they're out there as if there's not enough to eat, and but they want that good stuff. So I found it by the garage. Where are you from? I'm in New York, in the United States. Where are you from? Vishal, is that are you in India? That's my guess. Points. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna go with India. How's everyone doing today? It's a beautiful spring day where the sun has not poked through the clouds as of yet. From India, there you go. My people. Vishal, you should hang out with me, man. One day I'm gonna do my ancestry DNA, and I'm gonna prove that I have Indian lineage mixed with a bunch of other stuff. But I'm gonna prove it. When I did genealogy, this is yeah, it's nighttime. I'm gonna prove it because when I did my genealogy, and I continue to do it, I haven't found any other leads. But I think about 6 generations ago, my family is connected to an indentured servant that was Indian, but in indentured servitude in England. And I'm in New York. I'm in New York. 1:15. Yep, I'm in New York. So my in my lineage, I see an indentured servant that was in England, that came from England, but it's an Indian guy, and he came from England to be an indentured servant in the United States. And then at some point, because the United States didn't have classifications for um, Indians, Asian thing, and the pretty dark skin. The my Indian. I think I saw a picture. That's why I'm saying that. And eventually, that person became um, that person became mixed in here, and they were considered colored, and then colored led us all the way up into now. So I'm just pretty curious in my lineage. This is Big Red, the hen. Big Red's been with me. Big Red, this is my master teacher. Big Red has taught me everything I need to know. All right, peace, Rashal. Um, Big Red has taught me everything I need to know about chickening and keeping chickens. But like I said, I'm just out here for lunch. Just talking, getting stuff off my chest. Um, it's a new day. It's a new. I challenged myself to do something, and I did it. And now I'm trying to get on to the next thing or challenge, and I've been getting a lot more rest. That's definitely been apparent. What do you guys got going on? Whoever's in the chat, like, where you from? I see India. I'm in New York. What's going on? How are you feeling? Are you gardening? Are you doing doing something, getting your hands dirty, keeping your mind busy? Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm out here just thinking any minute that I could do something and just stay active, as long as it's intentional. Try to keep that positive energy and positive thoughts and people around you. That's been hard. It is a thing. Right now, I just don't like when I'm walking this route and I have all these weeds. Well, excuse me, they're not weeds. It's the beautiful broadleaf plantain. I'll show you. I'm gonna sit Big Red. So here we go. This is most of what's growing in that spot. Donna's laying in the bed, then goes to ooh, working. Oh man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Well, you keep doing that hard work. Hopefully, we get to the point where you run that business and you get some people who they need, they need to be out there. But no, that's hard work, and that's appreciated, man. That's appreciated, and most people don't want to do work like that. So I hope it's very plentiful for you. So this is broadleaf plantain. It's pretty much all over America, and it grows in your yard. Medicinal properties. What I use it for, I don't have to grow it in any situation. It'll just grow. Like this area, if before I even started weeding this, these are all over. I'll just show you. They're all over. And I caught it at a good time before it has like a seed pod that it kind of picks up. But if you get stung by something, watch really good. I just chew it up. I won't do this because I just been tracking, walking back and forth. But you could either chew it or you could just crush it, pestle and mortar. You could just crush it down, and once you get like a swab of it, you could place it on an injured area, or like I said, if you get bit by something, and it will help the pain. It will help to seep the toxins out of your body. Not my scientific, uh, and I'm not a doctor, but I have used the technique myself. I can speak to my own experience, and my own experience with that has been amazing. So even though I'm knocking these back, uh, everything is somewhat organic matter, and I'm gonna cycle this stuff, cycle it back into these systems. So I'm not too concerned, but I just don't like when you walk places. Um, Anytime you want to maintain something, and this goes for outside, inside. If you want to maintain something, you gotta, the term out of sight, out of mind. You want to be able to get to the areas that you want to, or they become overwhelming. Like, for instance, I'll turn the camera, and you can see where I'm creating problems. All right, no one want to hang out with me today. That's all good. I wish everybody the best anyway. So I put this mesh up so that this hedgerow, which I installed this spring, is supposed to be a row of raspberries. Most of the raspberries came from this area, right? Now, planting, this is going to be like a somewhat of a garden on this side, and I don't want the chickens to have free access. So I took the chicken netting, and instead of keeping them in, I'm actually keeping them out. But because I don't have a sophisticated system on this side, I'm actually probably just going to replace this mesh on this side with metal, but I don't want the raspberries to grow through it, because then that'll be counterintuitive, because I built this nice line at 24 feet. 24 inches and 48 inches. And when this bushes out, hopefully, if it doesn't bush out right away, I got something for that. I got something to react to that and make it bush out. I'll just plant more of them closer together. There's actually more growing near it anyway. But because I did that, there's so many tiny weeds that are bushing together. They're bunched up. They love the fact that I'm not walking there, because there's no compaction, and they're happy and they're growing. So if I don't have some sort of an intervention, I'd be overwhelmed. Like, I don't know how much you could see. Let me see if I could see. Like back there, most of that is not the raspberries. Most of that is just the weeds. The one that I can see that's most dominant is lamb's quarter, which I love lamb's quarter, but that's not what I want. So while these things are pretty thin, I could take this nice weeder and get pretty close to where I want. And I mean, really maintain this area. I wouldn't have to do this but once a month. Until, by all costs, I cannot have the chickens in there. Yeah. So I'm already like, I just found a little trick. If I push the netting around the leaves, and then on this side, I could just clear those out. So not playing work for the day. Like I said, I'm just kind of keeping busy and trying to figure out my next steps. I enjoy the lunchtime streams. It's refreshing to have like a mix up. I don't get as much done for lunchtime. It is a Friday, so it's kind of more, more loose. I don't have tomorrow to work, so I got a ton of projects to get back to. So I figure I just come on here, and if I get some people to hang out with, that's cool. Since I'm not the greatest sight, let's see what the chickens see what they're doing. I got some projects that I'm behind on, but I realized that it's okay that I'm behind on them. There's a couple lattices that need building. I wanted to use uh, the right the right system to attach them, and I was very curious about exterior stapling. So I kind of got stuck, but I can show you the project. I did get to plant some sunflowers in this bed, so we'll see if that warm weather will get those. Would be like sunflowers. Then we have bee balm in front, some catnip, and some yarrow, which it seems like the chickens are keeping down. So once I get it to grow up nice, then I don't indicate it, and some mullet. But I want to show you guys what we're still hanging out. The amazing folks. So this is a baby a gate, and so I don't know what kind of wood this is. I don't have to know. The way I see things is this thing has been outside for a long time. Initially, I tried to give this away to people I know that had small kids. They balked at it. They just never came and got it. And then once people get their own stuff, all bets are off. So you're just gonna keep junk. And I needed it at one point because I wanted to give the chickens access to something and close it off. So I said, there's no difference in a chicken or or a kid or a dog. It's like you just don't want them to have access to something. So yeah, I could accordion this. So last week or maybe the week before, I was cleaning up something in the back, and I found this garbage can that had all of these different. It was wood, and they were thin wood, and I was like, oh, I was gonna make a lattice out of that. So I put them together, and I kind of put the grid out. You could probably see it on the floor over there. So I put the grid out, and I said, okay, that's gonna be a lattice. It'll help to. I'm gonna grow beans up the chicken run and hopefully over to block the sun, which is that way. And then I looked over and I said, oh, we're in lattice. We doing lattices, right? And then I said, what about this? Not using it. It's been outside as long as I can remember. I would say at least 3 or 4 years, because I've had chickens for 5. So I'm not concerned about whether it's going to hold up. It's definitely held up. It's actually fastened with metal, and now I just want to make it look less like a baby gate and put like a border around it. So then I start hunting for a piece of wood, right? So then I found the wood, and now it's just down to, okay, let me make sure, let me go find some screws. So then I'm gonna take this strip of wood, don't even know where it came from, where I got it from, but I'm gonna split this in half long ways, and then use that to be a border for it, and then build a nice lattice. Probably end up painting it now that I want stuff to look like multifunctional. It's okay to be raw, so to speak, with your stuff, but when you paint it, it kind of looks intentional. It helps it to hold up. It's easier to spot. You can spot problems usually better like that, because rather than if I keep it brown. But these are the systems. Slowly will get. I'm starting to see a lot of things grow up through the cinder blocks, which wasn't my intent, but I could correct that pretty easy. All right, so been on here for a few. Thanks for hanging. That's it. I got to go back to work and get something else done. So thanks for hanging out. Peace. Check out my content. Peace.